Ciao ragazzi, un saluto di Inter Worldwide. Grazie per tutti I commenti positivi. Thank you to everyone who sends in their nice comments. We're reading them, we're looking over them, we're taking your suggestions on board. And as I pointed to my non-existent watch, tick tick, we have just gotten our first taste of what the Serie A season 2019-2020 is going to look like for every club, but we are only concerned about one club here, and that is Inter. So this video is time to go through the reaction that is the Serie A calendar for 2019-2020. I can't wait. Let's do this. Before we get started, a little quick recap of what we saw last season in terms of commencing and starting off the campaign. We took on two of our bogey teams in Sassuolo and Torino. And go figure, we went down to Sassuolo and we drew to Torino 2-2. We gained 1 point in the opening two matches of last season. We drew 2-2 to Torino after leading 2-0 at half time. I have absolutely no doubt Antonio Conte is getting the ragazzi together and saying, ragazzi, remember last season? We need to get off to a much better start because we lost 5 points in the opening two games of last season. And I'll tell you what, those 5 points would have been pretty nice come the back end of the season when we were fighting tooth and nail for Champions League qualification. Match day 1, we are at home to Lecce, newly promoted side. There is absolutely no excuses for not getting 3 points here, ragazzi. 3 punti, it's compulsory. We got to do it. The fact of the matter is, strikers or no strikers, that team on paper that we have in the preseason that we've had under Conte, there's no excuses for not getting 3 points, ragazzi, on the start of the season at the Miazza. 3 points from Lecce. Hope so. Match day 2, we come up against Cagliari away, usually a bogey team for us when we have to go to Sardinia. Me personally, I said that after taking their best player, Nicola Barella, and paying a pretty penny for Nicola, we should be able to get the 3 points against Cagliari as well. This isn't a video where I'm going to go through every fixture and say whether or not we're going to get 3 points. I just think it's important to break it up into clusters. So cluster 1 is Lecce, Cagliari, and Udinese. The first 3 matches of the season are 9 potential points. Udinese is not the easiest opponent. Last season we beat them once and drew against them once as well in a very frustrating match. This season I hope we get 3 points both ways, 6 points in total, but I truly do believe that we can get 9 points from the opening 3 fixtures. Moving on. Match day 4 is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, and we are going to take on AC Milan. The first Milan derby is scheduled for the 29th of September 2019. AC Milan will have the first home derby. So even though obviously both matches are at the San Siro, AC Milan will have the first home derby. Then we go up against Lazio at the San Siro. This will work in our favour. Playing AC Milan at the Miazza the week before Lazio will mean that we've still got that home ground feel, even though it's not registered as a home game. I think when Lazio come to the Miazza after Milan, regardless of the Milan result, we are going to roll their mums. But anyway, we could not, and I might look stupid. Sampdoria next, the away fixture. A fixture last season that was a pain in the culo for all Interesta. We had that VAR, the episode of VAR where, Inter had a goal disallowed at one end, only for Cagliari to go and score at the other end. Sampdoria to go and score at the other end. But then after that, that was disallowed as well. And just when I was about to get up and call it absolute curtains and quits, Brozovic knocks one in stoppage time. We had Nainggolan score again in the late stages of the reverse fixture, so Sampdoria is not going to be easy. Gets even harder after that, and that's where we will conclude cluster 2 against Juventus. We come up against Juventus on match day 7 on the 6th of October. The first Derby d'Italia, and it will be at the Miazza. So we do have the home ground advantage against Juventus for the first game of the season. What a game that's going to be. We'll have plenty of content coming then, so no need to dawdle on it now. Sassuolo match day 8. Big bogey team. We will be travelling to Sassuolo, and I really think this next cluster needs full focus. Sassuolo, Parma, Brescia, Bologna, Verona, Torino. This is going from match day 8 to match day 13. Sassuolo, Parma, Brescia, Bologna, Hellas Verona, Torino. These matches, as well as the one against Spal on match day 14, will form a very, very important core of fixtures. We need to get majority of wins in that little period right there in order to ensure that we're approaching the midway point of the season in a good position. I said this to a couple of people yesterday, I'm going to say it now, and it's the most important part about this video. I truly believe momentum is going to play a huge factor in this season. Get off to a good start under Conte. Win those nitty-gritty games in that cluster I'm talking about now. Sassuolo, Parma, Brescia, Bologna, Verona, Torino. Win those games. Or at least get yourself into a position where we're looking up and we're only trailing the league leaders by a few points after those games. I think we can build on that afterwards. We start to conclude the first round of fixtures by taking on Spal on match day 14 at home. We will then take on Roma at the Miazza, and the last cluster of the season gets a little bit tough. We are going to have to take on Roma at the Miazza, follow it up by traveling to Florence on the 15th of December. We will then host Genoa, which I'm not worried about despite their acquisitions. They've made some good signings. They've signed Zapata from Milan, Pinamonti from us, cost them 18 million. Genoa will definitely improve. Remember, they were fighting relegation on the last day of the season last year, so they will no doubt want to improve on that, but I think we can do them over quite well. I think on aggregate we had them pinned 9-0 last season. Maybe it was 5-0 and 4-0 or 5-1 and 4-0, I can't completely remember, but we definitely pegged Genoa back more than any opponent we did last season. Then the last two match days are so gruelingly tough, and this is where it gets the most important, ragazzi. Match day 18, Napoli in Naples. Match day 19, Atalanta at the Miazza. Now, if that's not stressful enough, you just need to realize the flip side is that we will take on both of these teams in match day 37 and match day 38. So if we are still fighting in the last two games of the season to complete our season's objectives, which whether it be qualifying for the Champions League or whatever, that's going to be a really tough two games. Napoli rolled us over 4-1 in the second last round last season, and we will play them again in the second last round this time. So Napoli and Atalanta to close off the fixtures. Guys, that's all I'm going to talk about for this video, to be honest. All I wanted to do was react to the fixtures and the calendar coming out. So let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, because we're coming at you with more content. Podcast coming out soon. How do you feel about the fixtures? Are you more confident than last season? Are you shitting bricks? Are you like me, and do you feel as though every single game is a hard game on this fixture list? I'm just scrolling up and down. I'm like, hard, tough, moderately tough, really tough, not easy. I think Serie A is on track to be like the Premier League pretty soon, where there's no such thing as an easy match. But let's just hope the boys are well oiled for it. Let's hope Conte has his full team ready to go. And let's hope for a confident, efficient Inter, not so much Pazza, because my 27-year-old heart can't take it. So I don't want to know what all my older friends are feeling. I'm looking at all of you. Anyway, ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter worldwide. Cheers.